You are about to see a true artist at work. Watch and learn, boys. Watch and learn. Run, motherfuckers, run! It's Children of the Corn!
Welcome to the worst broadcast!
Wow.
That's how we started.
Ha ha! Two intros ruined. Ha ha ha!
Anyways, yeah. Welcome to the worst broadcast, where we bring you all the latest news, tech, games, movies. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, in today's discussion, we're going to be talking about a movie we just watched, and we're kind of split whether we like it or we hate it. But I think we're leaning towards liking. And the movie we're talking about today is Bloodsucka Jones. You probably never heard of this film. Anyways, today we have Foxy. Hi, say. I can't talk anymore. Anyways, what's up, Foxy?
Yo.
And then we have the morgue.
So we're not doing the softcore porn one, huh?
No, we'll save it for we'll save it for next one. And then we have MacLeod.
Oh yeah.
He's already getting his inappropriate voice ready for that next film.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, so yeah, what's your first initial thought of the film Bloodsucka Jones?
Morgan.
Anyone? We got any
Don't
takers?
everybody.
Okay, we got to. How about we do this in alphabetical order?
Foxy, you're first.
Of course I am.
I was gonna say from the private booth who came on first, or how is it listed on there? But whatever.
Alphabetical order.
I didn't hate it. So maybe I should start with the positives first.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's a very unique story.
Yes.
That is one way to describe it.
It's very unique, very tongue-in-cheek. Yeah.
Can we at least grade it better love story than Twilight?
Yeah, I will give it that. It is not a bad little love story. Definitely better than Twilight.
Okay, so at least we have a leg up on that.
Yeah.
There was no glitter and there was no fire. Well,
Mhm.
no, there was.
I was gonna say there's definitely some kind of fire.
I'd argue there was some fire. There's some heat.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah. Since we got Foxy's view on it, what's your take on it, Morg? How do you think about the film, or at least from the first viewing?
This made me laugh more often than Space Jam 2.
More jabs at Space Jam.
And then boobs.
Whoops.
Oh, jeez.
You know, what I'm surprised about this film is that, I felt like it was gonna go lean towards nudity, but it never went there. Like, it got to showing boobs, but it didn't go full on nudity, which I'm surprised, because it kind of felt like it was gonna go there.
It was like 30 seconds of it.
That lady ripped off her own skin because she got a top from Kmart.
I wasn't. Yeah, that's about when I was done with the entire situation, to be truthfully honest. But I will say the gratuitous boob shot was kind of like a visual whiplash. I was not expecting any of that because they had just been teasing the boobs, and then all of a sudden, bam! I'm like, oh, all right. I guess we're here now.
In the first 5 minutes, no less.
I know, it kind of like sped up to that really fast. Alright, and I guess, MacLeod, what was your take since you're literally fresh from just watching the film?
It is stupidly comical all the way through. That's pretty much. I was like, what the hell? Like, half the stuff wasn't in sync, but it was still comical though.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I love the like the fake blood. Like, no, the little girl, go over there and see what's going on over there. Next thing you know, it goes all the way down the hill. You're like, ah!
We're talking about like the gallons of blood just getting splurted.
Yeah. I will say I laughed out loud at that little girl. Like, there's nothing that tickles me more than watching that. And I laughed out loud.
Well, you're an only child now.
Well, now you're the oldest.
The poor pedal bunny. The poor pedal bunny.
Oh man.
Carlos, no!
Get my wristbands. We're going to Fuddruckers.
Yeah, that was another good one, the Carlos jokes.
I got no backstory. I guess I die first.
I think I actually like the little bio piece that they did for Carlos the most, especially a part when like basically all his family members kept dying in a mysterious car accident.
He became the world's highest paid carpet model, but success was short-lived as both his parents were killed in a bizarre car explosion.
That is actually where I checked out because I just couldn't. I was just like, this is where the movie officially gave up. I'm done. I can't. They stopped trying, and then the whole
They ran out of funding.
with Bloodsucka Jones with the transition, y'all. I was like, okay, that's it. We're done here.
Okay, so I guess since we're done giving our first impressions of the film, I guess for the people who haven't seen the film, I'm gonna go through the plot real quickly. So,
and make sure and pop in some clips every now and then too.
Oh, don't worry, I'll throw in some clips here and there. So yeah,
This happened, and this happened. This also happened, and that happened there. Oh my god.
all right. So, movie starts out with Heather quickly putting on the moves on victim number one, and she'll call him Titty Todd. Titty Todd gets tranced by Heather's jiggly bits before getting off by a group of teen Edward fangirls. Then our title character, Bloodsucka Jones, arrives on the scene of the crime a day later with a small Filipino chick, as he being quoted from that scene.
He does call her that.
He does call her that.
Hey, look, Filipino.
Oh wait, that's a terrible introduction. His sidekick Vanessa.
Allow me to introduce a small Filipino chick. Wait a minute, that's a terrible introduction. Allow me to introduce my trusty sidekick, Vanessa.
As he so eloquently put it together. So, though this movie is called Bloodsucka Jones, he doesn't really appear until 25 minutes into the film. This movie is really about a guy named David. David unknowingly gets into a relationship with a vampire named Christine, and I gotta remember to put the funny animated montage of them going on a date, which is so dumb.
Oh yeah, they played basketball.
They play basketball, and then they show that stupid animated montage of like them supposedly going on dates, and they have stupid animation to represent what happens.
Unicorn loving.
The unicorn loving.
The basketball in this was worse than Space Jam.
Well, yeah, what do you expect? So yeah, anyways, after a month of dating, I think it was 1 month or 2 months, it's one of those. Anyways,
I think they said 2.
2 months, okay.
It was a number between 1 and 3.
She introduces him to her stepbrother Stuart, and yeah, they made Stuart to be a flamboyant gay vampire. So yeah, little trivia for you. Anyway, Stuart isn't having any of David's nonsense and wants him to break up with her sister. Just to hammer in the point, he even sends Heather from earlier in the film to scare him more into making him break up with her. And yeah, so that's basically the whole plot of the film, is trying to get David to hook up with this girl named Christine and dealing with her dealing with her her brother's gang of vampires, or as they like to say, his family of vampire. And so,
Mostly children.
Yeah, mostly children, with a couple adults sprinkled here and there.
I would like to point out this one has braces.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget my cake!
And Pete the Pirate.
Pete the Pirate's so funny. We also get our second protagonist of the film, named Tony, which is, I think we probably see David and Tony mostly through the film. Like, they're very prominent in the film.
Like bros.
Yeah, pretty much. Tony is apparently a vampire expert. He learns all his vampire killing skills from the Bloodsucka Jones comics, which I'm surprised, and Star Trek's, not to be confused with Star Trek, which is kind of weird why he put the S in that, but whatever. So, yeah, that's basically the plot synopsis for the film. Yeah, so I guess, should we break down scene by scene what happens, or should we just tell everyone our favorite bits that happen?
Might as well go with the favorite bits.
Okay. Foxy, you're first.
I just that child killing scene with the twins and the bucket of blood. That had me dying. I love that. I give it credit for that. And you're an only child now. So that was beautiful. I have to say I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Because I'm kind of neurotic like this. So in one scene there, I believe it's David and Tony are running from Kenny and Stuart. And you can make out a street sign. And so, of course, I took that and ran with it. And I'm like, I need to figure out where they're filming locations. So I proceeded to look that up and Google it and Google Maps it. And I'm pretty sure it was shot in Costa Mesa because I could tell from the building that was in behind it. Yeah, I'm neurotic. So that scene, I watched that a few times. And when, I don't remember, was it the Hispanic guy? He died on the steps and Tony just did this barrel roll down the stairs. That also tickled me, and I watched that a couple times.
Are you talking about when the fat vampire, right?
Yeah.
He literally dies chasing Tony,
dies
right?
chasing him. Yeah, dies chasing Tony, and rather than step over him, he just rolls down the posts right over him.
Oh man, that was pretty good. Morg, what was your favorite scene?
Easily it was when they introduced Carlos like halfway through the movie. Give him like an elaborate backstory, all the car accidents, and then you know what? I'm off, and he seemingly gets killed off screen immediately.
Oh, let's do this! Flex, chop, chop, kick. See you later, buddies. They don't want none of Carlos, you know what I'm saying? Whoa! Tank tops away!
Oh god. I love the fact that like he actually survives in the very end of the film. If you actually stay to watch that far, he lives. You guys left me behind, and Bloodsucka Jones just treats him to ice cream sandwiches.
Remember, what doesn't kill you makes you awesome.
You guys left me.
Oh, that's cool. Come on, we got ice cream sandwiches. Quit lollygagging.
Oh god, well that was dumb. Anyways, Mikkel, favorite scene?
Oh my god, those were the best scenes.
Jesus Christ.
No, actually the best scenes was the going into the dressing room.
The dressing room scene?
Yes.
Oh, when it goes from Tony to David.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Sideways to say, "What's up?"
Give a little nod and say, "What's up, baby?"
What's up, baby?
But then on the other side, hi.
Jesus.
Oh, my deals.
You know what? That guy who plays that cross-dressing dude, he kind of reminds me of Fabio. Doesn't he kind of remind me of Fabio?
It did look like Fabio. He was like, "How you doing?" Like,
oh man.
Okay.
That was a very pretty man, I will have to say.
That was a pretty man.
Yeah.
I think my favorite scene, or at least the one that amused me the most, is when they're in their little lair and Tony's about to give David some vampire advice, and he's going through his DVD collection and he's just naming off all these stupid adult parody titles. That probably made me laugh the most.
Yeah, could you not touch those? They're in alphabetical order and
I got it.
they're color coded.
Oh, look at that. Armageddon on. The Slutty Professor. Scrotal Recall? Really? Missionary Position Impossible. The Da Vinci Ho.
Yeah, it's Da Vinci.
Da Vinci Ho. Titty Slickers.
There's a cow in that one.
Oh. I think I found my favorite. Teenage Mutant Ninja Prostitutes.
Yeah, they all have multiple vaginas.
As they would.
So, yeah, I think those are our favorite scenes. I think one of the titles was Hills Have Thighs, or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, surprisingly enough, that is a real title. And I stumbled upon that film by accident as a kid, flipping through all the channels when we had on demand back in the day.
Pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it was on Stars at Night. I think that's what they call it. Like when they
Before
show
they went,
Stars
like-
at late at night.
Yeah, when they used to just show nothing but porn after like a certain time.
Yeah, and I used to stay up late so I can watch Adult Swim, and so I would just randomly flip through the channels waiting for Adult Swim, and I guess I stumbled upon that by accident. I didn't even bother to stay behind what the whole plot was. I saw it said Hills Have Thighs, and I was like, wait, is this a typo? Is it supposed to be Hills Have Eyes? Nope, no typo at all. Anyways, that was a weird tangent. So,
It's
yes.
not as weird as the movie itself. Come on.
Yeah.
pretty damn
We
weird.
just finished. I literally just finished watching this, and the only thing I see is whenever they cut between scenes, you see Jones just like flipping in between scenes.
Oh, you know, I think my other favorite thing about the film is when, like, whenever they use Bloodsucka Jones to do, like, weird quotes. I think that's probably, like, my other favorite part of the film is just random quotes.
Montage?
Montage.
Hell yeah.
A montage?
Montage.
Yes.
A montage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Beat it, Shaft.
I believe you said you wanted to, beat my shaft? We barely made it here in time. The freeway had more traffic than your sister's panties. And that's a lot of traffic.
Which one of you was, caught naked in an Arby's restaurant with 6 cheerleaders? No, fucker. That was me.
Damn! Right in the entertainment center.
Especially, like, the Applebee ones. I think he, like, mentions it twice.
Yeah, it became like its catchphrase.
Yeah.
Applebee's? Aw, yeah. That could get infected. Tell you what, let's go to Applebee's.
Oh, man.
By the way, I found it.
You found what? You found... Oh, God. You found it. God.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah. It's a real movie. Oh god. So yeah. The Bloodsucka Jones has a sequel. We didn't watch that one, but yeah, just looking through the trailer, it looked like it's even crazier than the first film. In the first film, I'd say it didn't go too crazy with the gore, but it definitely went, we say, on the comical side of gore. You know, it's kind of like really over the top and nonsensical.
So what was the budget for that movie?
The budget for that film? That is a good question. Let me look it up.
$10.
Sounds about right.
Let's see. Bloodsucka Jones. Made in 2013. Alright, let's see. What is the... Oh wow, it doesn't even... I don't think it even has a Wikipedia page.
Wow, this has an actual actress in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Not only does it have an actress, like I forgot all about that. They had like that whole scene where I think most of the budget went, where it was like a montage of all the vampires getting together, and they had this band playing that actually sounded like legit music.
Well, like an actual band.
Yeah, I think they're called the Sex Slaves. I looked it up.
Ah.
Yeah, you would look it up.
Yeah, I'm neurotic. I'm one of those people. If you want information, I'm the person to come to. So yeah, I looked it up. They're called the Sex Slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Foxy, look up where are they now? The cast.
Actually, my ex apparently knows the person who made this movie.
Oh dear
So-
God,
wow.
why?
Oh god, we can lead back to something. Jesus.
I was very surprised because I told him I was watching it, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Jesus. So apparently the guy who plays Bloodsucka Jones, his name Preston Grant. Or Preston Gant, there you go. He's only been like a handful of movies or shorts. The very first movie he was in, Fractured, was apparently a short, and then his first leading role, if you can call it a leading role, was the self-titled Bloodsucka Jones, and then non-stop to Comic-Con, Bloodsucka Jones versus the Creeping Death, and then he has a cameo in the music video for Songhammer Battle of Azeroth, which I think is like a War of Warcraft parody band or something like that. So yeah, he's only been in 5 things.
These are all like F-list actors and actresses for the most part.
Except for like the one exception, which is I'm trying to remember who it is.
the Jedi in the group.
Oh yeah, that lady. Oh man. Wait, I thought she was in the second film though.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bio for the second one.
Yeah, she was in the second film, but I think the one that probably has the most, guess, the biggest filmography of all of them is probably the actor Matt Kelly, who plays Stuart. Which he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so he has more than 10 credited roles to his acting. That's not bad.
I would say for roles that someone would actually be proud of.
Oh man. But...
So riddle me this, Batman, because I was very confused through most of this movie. The guy who was Bloodsucka Jones, Preston Grant?
Preston
was
Grant.
that his actual voice? Because I couldn't tell. Like, there was so much ADR going on in this movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell who was actually like speaking, or did they have to redo their lines with ADR?
So I'm guessing. Well, I'm not guessing that, but it is his actual voice. And yeah, there are some scenes in the film where it sounds weird, like since they like basically dubbing over their lines probably because it was too windy outside to get a good clear audio, so they probably redid it in studio. But the one character that obviously did not have their real voice in the film was surprisingly Carlos.
Kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the obvious one that was like dubbed on purpose.
Rotten Tomatoes has this at 97% dead pigs.
90% what?
97%.
It has a 5.4 on IMDb. So.
Yeah, 5.4. I'm guessing it even got that high of a scores because it had some decent laughs in it.
The actors were committed. I will give them that.
What about the
What
about the woman who plays Vanessa? She literally says nothing throughout the whole film. She's just eye candy.
That was just straight up eye candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just straight up eye candy. It was worth it though. That's what saved the film.
Yeah. Apparently, she only has 3 credited roles. This movie, the sequel, and one other movie she did prior. Other than that, that's it. She only has 3 films to her name. So you can definitely tell that she probably doesn't do this as a day job.
Yeah. Somebody asked her to do it. A friend was like, "Hey, here you go.
Yeah, you're
I'll
pretty.
buy you lunch."
You're pretty. We just need you to stand there and do some poses and look funny sometimes and take off your clothes. And I think you're perfect for this role.
Yep. Pizza Pirate's name is Justin Henry.
Yeah. Pizza. What's his name? Pizza Pirate or is it Pizza Pete or Pirate Pete?
Pizza Pirate.
Pizza
Yeah,
Pirate.
Pizza
Okay.
Pirate.
Okay, let's make sure that he had an actual name.
It's been nominated for an award.
Probably for like
the
Indie Fest.
The Louisville Fright Night Film Fest 2013.
Speaking of Friday Night, was this movie even considered scary at all? Even though it's categorized as a horror film.
Not even.
It's not even funny.
It's straight up comical film.
This is a funny
yeah.
film. It's not even scary at all.
Vampires sleep in trees.
I guess
upside
that's
down.
why it is classified as a horror film, because whenever you throw vampires of any kind, no matter what they're doing, it's automatically labeled horror.
It's just
That's it. I think we
it's
can
just
make our own horror
typecast.
film.
Oh,
We
sharp
need to make our own
teeth.
horror film.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
need boobies, lots of boobies for our own horror film.
I would say definitely the 2 actors that I felt like were the funniest are obviously David and Tony. Those 2 were probably the highlight of the whole film because they probably had the best lines out of everyone, other than like Bloodsucka Jones when he had like those really really out of place quotes.
Oh yeah, this is better than Arby's.
When he first showed up on scene, and I wasn't expecting him, I was like, how many minutes into this movie? Why is this called Bloodsucka Jones? When he showed up, my soul left my body. I was just, what is happening?
Is that a black guy? Man, can we talk about his wardrobe, by the way? Bloodsucka Jones' wardrobe. God. So stupid. Oh, his mustache is probably the best part of his whole getup.
It needed its own name, actually.
Black Dynamite.
Oh.
That's the vibes I was getting.
Yeah, it kind of does remind me of Black Dynamite.
There's this one scene with Bloodsucka Jones and Stewart, and I had to rewind it back a couple times because I couldn't figure out what was going on, because he like walked up to Stewart and grabbed his collar and I guess popped it up, and for some reason Stewart just lost his shit and fell to the ground. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just lost his air, like he couldn't breathe at all.
Oh, like I think he popped his collar down, and that like
I don't know if he popped it up, popped it down. He did something, and that was the end of that.
I'm trying to scroll to that scene that you're talking about, and just trying to see what exactly does he do to Stewart.
I think maybe he popped it down.
That's like him doing the dance scene.
Yeah, so
When he
there's
first shows
this
up.
scene. But where is the scene where he does that? I'm looking.
I had to watch it a couple times. I mean, I did get a guffaw out of it because the actor who played Stuart, he ran with it. He committed to it 100%.
The actor's name is Matt Kelly.
Matt Kelly.
Yeah, he does pop his collar down. Like he sets it back down. Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid.
Hike up that shit. Huh? You got
That when he was like, they were trying to like help him like get over the rail.
No, this is the scene where like he's trying to show him like different techniques to deal with vampires, and I guess Stuart and his little gang walks up to him and he shows this one technique and he just starts crumbling to the ground like he got choked or something.
Apparently, Matt Kelly actually he's the actor and producer known for Footloose remake.
The
2011.
Footloose remake?
Yeah.
That's why we were saying he's probably the best actor out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it wasn't from Bloodsucka Jones that he got his name from. He got his name.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, the other well-noted actor, the guy who plays David, Justin Armau. How you say Armau? I'm not very good with names, so I'm just gonna say Justin.
Wait,
he has probably one of the oldest film history. Like one of his latest role, or like his oldest role, was from 1994, and then he apparently was also on Boy Meets World. He played a pizza delivery guy in one of the episodes.
Whoa!
And then there's a big gap of not doing anything, and then Bloodsucka Jones when he came back doing acting.
And then he lost his shit after that.
No, his last role was recently at 2020, a film called Dead Dame in Hollywood.
Again. Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's his most recent role.
Look up
Actually,
Alan
no, Like
Hathaway.
Dogs Hazmat 2. That is the most current one that he's probably working on right now.
Yeah, man, this is this was a watch, definitely a watch. So I don't want to stick too long in talking about this film. There isn't. I want to say there isn't a lot to talk about because there's a lot of stupid things that happen in this film, but like, does it have sustain? Are you gonna remember this film after a week or two? No, so you're probably gonna forget about it in like a couple of days. Maybe you might pull up one of them quotes, because some of those quotes are pretty fucking funny. But other than that, I don't think anyone's gonna be crawling back to watch this film anytime soon. The sequel, on the other hand, I don't know. I think that one might be a better watch than the first. That's for sure.
I mean, I am willing to watch it. I will say, like, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. Just have your friends and a bottle of Jack handy.
Yes, this is one of those party movies.
Yes,
Make
and
a
a
drinking
lot of
game out of it.
A lot of shrooms. A lot of shrooms. I'm not recommending you doing shrooms, but a lot of shrooms.
I don't recommend you doing shrooms, but you have shrooms. No.
It's a lot of shrooms.
If they're on hand, yeah, maybe pop a couple.
There you go. There's your PSA for today. If you got some on hand, take a couple.
Drinking game for all the almost fights that happen. Take a shot.
Man. All the fake fights, or all the stupid slapping that happen in the film. There's a lot of slapping in that film.
Take a shot for every time a set of tits are on screen.
No, that's for the next one.
No, I was gonna say save that for the next film. This one doesn't have enough of that for.
Okay, we're not trying to poison people. We're not trying to give them alcohol poisoning. And I just meant, just the cleavage, just the gratuitous boob shot. You don't have to see anything.
Have the respectable boob shot.
A very clean boob shot. Oh well. Yeah. Any last things to say about this film before we sign off?
Okay, I got it real quick. It cost $40,000 to make the film of Bloodsucka Jones. I just found it.
Oh, cool. Actually, that is actually not bad for that. The film, this film, what type of film it was. But yeah, that is still pretty bad.
And apparently, over 2,340,000 people actually looked to see how much this movie cost to make this.
So there's more people looking up how much this movie spent on its budget.
Yeah. Maybe if they would have thrown another $5, they probably could use CGI.
Oh god.
I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't have its own Wikipedia page.
It has to have a cult following. It has to.
It probably
it's
does.
So stupid and funny that it has to have one.
Probably does have its own cult following. If there's any kind of film out there that is remotely funny or has some kind of decent quality to it, there probably is some kind of following. The fact that they even made a sequel and Bloodsucka Jones has a cameo in a music video, yeah, there probably is some people out there who really enjoyed this film enough to have at least one of the characters reoccur in other projects.
Yeah, they made back their budget and then some.
Well, that's good.
If they made a sequel anyway.
All right. Yeah.
How do we do this? Where do we go from here? How do we do it?
Star Enough.
What's your final thoughts on film, Foxy?
It's definitely worth a watch. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, worth a watch. Morg?
Yeah, I give it. I mean, it's slow, like taking a shit after you've eaten nothing but bread. Slow, but yeah, it's passable for an indie film. Now, once we're done with this, let's all go to our Applebee's, Arby's.
Everyone, let's go to Arby's. Yeah, Mikkel, what is your final thoughts?
It's a worth movie to watch while stoned, drunk. I am not telling you to take drugs for this, but it is worth watching with a bunch of people and acting very stupid at the same time, in a stupid state.
Okay.
You have to be in a stupid state to watch this.
Take a shot for all the nothing that happens.
Again, we're not trying to get people to get alcohol poisoning.
Not recommending you to do this stuff, but me personally, for myself, I would have to for the extra comical scenes that are in there. You have to, as me, you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Highly advised.
As me.
So sadly, this is one of the better movies that we're probably gonna ever review. So batten down the hatches, you know.
It's gonna suck more as we go.
Yep. So yeah, we dealt with Bloodsucka Jones, and then maybe down the line we'll watch the sequel, and we'll give our take on that one. So yeah, next Friday we'll be reviewing Badass Babe the movie and also the video game. So yeah, be looking forward to that horribleness. Anyways, yeah, this movie, if you see it in your library or streaming services, yeah, give it a watch. It starts off pretty slow at first, but when the jokes start rolling in, you know,
Get slower.
It'll start getting slower.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube. So
Yeah, so there you go. It's free to watch. Just watch it on YouTube, and yeah, it'll be a good hour and a half to spend with a couple of friends while you're drinking. Anyways,
hour and 43 long minutes.
there you go.
Yes, I know.
So I guess we'll be signing off. Yeah, anyone have anything to plug in before we go?
Let's make a scale for this, and we'll put Bloodsucka Jones at the top. You know, the scale of indie shit. This will be in the S tier for now.
This is an S tier indie shit film,
and we'll move it based on if we find anything better.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we'll find something better in some other way.
Long down the road.
Like this is like the best is green, and then the worst is like black.
We got green, yellow, red, and black.
How bad is black?
Black is literally unwatchable. There's no good qualities about it.
Yeah, like you have your like A, B, C, D, and then there's just black.
Can we have a section for Disturbed?
I mean, it depends on which film we're gonna watch. So, like, obviously this one is labeled as a horror film, but it's actually a comedy. Then the next film we're watching is, I guess you can label it as a comedy, but it lands more towards softcore porn trying to have a story.
Listen, Linda. I was gonna try and be nice and say it was sci-fi. Ish.
Oh yeah, there is sci-fi elements in that film.
Save it.
It's sci-fi Barbarella type.
Sci-fi softcore porn.
I was trying to be positive here.
There's no positivity, but yeah, we will catch everyone next time on the Worst Broadcast. This is Bye Bye Doll. We had Foxy, Morgan, and Mikkel. Everyone say goodbye. We're not coming back.
Fuck you.
Bye.
Really? Fuck you?
Where's the love?
There's love in that. There is so much love in that word.